short hour-and-a-half drive on some decent roads and then some country roads, all dirt roads. We finally arrived at the Colorada Ranch, situated in the middle of La Pampa province in Argentina. The first thing we saw getting into the ranch was a black fallow deer laying in the shade, and my driver Augustine said, "Look at that nice buck." I said, "How big is it?" He said, "Big enough for me." Then on to the main camp, consisting of 5 beautifully furnished cabins and a large main lodge. You never go hunting without shooting your bow. And that's the reason. You can't see that, but I'm off to the right about 6 inches, so something's gone wrong with my sight here. Good thing we tried this. Stick with us. We'll be hunting it shortly. We're finally getting closer. I'm just a little bit high, so I'm going to drop it down about 2 clicks, and we should be good to go. I'll take one more shot, and we'll be ready. After sighting in the bow, we drove to the highest hill on the ranch, where we started glassing, and it didn't take long before we spied this very nice looking stag off in the distance. Off we were on our first stalk, only 10 minutes into the hunt.
Right down here ahead of us, about 100 yards coming our way. See if we can't find him again.
The second morning it was very foggy, and we had a fallow deer go behind us. We had built a blind the day before, and the animals were coming to the back of it, so I gave Charlie some static about that. But
we came out this morning and sat in the blind. It was very foggy, and had the big fallow deer come by us, but it's just too wet. Nothing's coming to the water, so I'm going to load up and go out and see if we can find this thing. We're looking for one particular animal here, and it's pretty tough trying to find the one. He should be like a 16 pointer and very wide. We saw him yesterday and tried to stalk him, and he got our wind.
did you see that? Holy cow, that's the biggest animal I've ever seen! And the stalk was on. As we were stalking, trying to get ahead of this stag, we rounded the corner, and what did we see? The black fallow buck. He'd moved 1.5 miles and was laying in the shadows just 30 yards away. I drew the bow, put the 30-yard pin on him, and squeezed it off.
All morning long we've been chasing red stag around out here, and we saw this fallow deer the first day, and I kind of liked him. He didn't give me a very good shot angle, but I was able to get into the vitals, and he's only 80 yards over there laying down, so let's go over there and see what he looks like. I'm getting kind of anxious. There he is, my first ram in Argentina, and he's beautiful. My goodness, he's a beautiful, pretty animal. Boy, oh boy, look how nice he is. First animal in Argentina, and hunting down here is it's been really great. We've seen a lot of animals. We've been walking around a lot. We drove a lot of the property, and I saw this animal the first day we came in, and I really liked the looks of him, and holy cow, what a beautiful mount he's going to make. I can't tell you what this trophy means to me.
I gave vino tinto, red wine, no, beer.
Water is good right now.
Water?
Water.
And beer on the side or?
On top. On top.
No, so we're having a chicken brochette.
It's 4 o'clock and time to head out to the blind. As you can see, I have my own little hacienda here, and it's looks like it sleeps forward. It's got a nice little living room area in there with a fireplace and that kind of thing. It's probably about 80 degrees now. It's very hot. Very hot. Got all this camera gear, but hopefully the animals will need a drink this afternoon and we'll get something. So we're gonna get loaded up and head that way. Early morning down here in La Pampa, and I've been hearing some roaring out here. There we go. It's a pretty neat sound. Quite unlike our elk. Make a bugle, but that's a pretty neat sound to hear down here. I think we got 2 bulls.
Did you see that? I can't believe my eyes. We found him again. And he's only a half a mile from where we saw him the last time. Once again, the stalk is on. We hunted. We tried. We got ahead of this animal 2 or 3 times. We caught glimpses of him. We stalked him all day long. We went. And giving up. We've been, I don't know how many miles, giving up on him. We were headed back to the truck, and we got a half a mile to go. We came around a big pine tree, and Charlie ducked and looked back at me and said, he's standing there looking at us 40 yards away. This was my chance. the biggest animal I've ever seen in the wild, and I've got a chance at him 40 yards looking at me. I drew the bow, stepped from behind the tree, put the 40-yard pin on him. After the shot, the animal went too far too quickly. I knew my arrow was too high. Next morning, 7 a.m., after a long sleepless night, we're on the trail again. My moment of truth was coming back. I drew the bow, let the arrow fly, and it found its mark. Finally, the bull's on the ground.
Here we are at 12 o'clock noon. I shot this animal last night and hit him high. I got the lung, I got one lung on this side, and I was very worried. Charlie said he will be dead, but first thing this morning, I'd like to call him Augie number 1, or 2, this is number 2. Augustine saw him out there and the chase was on. We walked, how many miles do you think?
I don't know, but a lot.
A lot
All
of miles,
morning.
A lot of miles, all morning. We got close 3 or 4 times. Almost had him at 20 yards, and he caught us. And then we were within 60 yards. He was within a 45 or so, and my rangefinder, I had 60, and I shot right over his back that time. And then an hour and a half later, we got him on the ground. So thanks to you guys for all the work you've done helping me. Charlie, you're amazing.
Thank you very much.
Good eyes, and you can even sneak probably better than me. You kept looking around every now and then when I'd scrub something, like shh, 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 shh. Augustine would be out and he would see the thing and he'd say, we got to go this way. So we would go. So thank you too, my friend. What a great animal. Hunting down here at Colorada
Yes.
in Argentina. What a fine animal. I'm so proud to have him. What did you? It's
23 points.
23 points.
23 points.
Got good crowns.
Huge. Very heavy.
Huge
good
animal.
crown.
Just an amazing animal. And we knew we really had something last night. I just didn't make a good shot. But when he's on the ground, that's all that matters.
Of course. Congratulations.
Thank you again.
With nothing at all to do the last day I was at camp, I remembered the big hog. Augustine and I put a plan together that we would sneak through the dark timber and try to find where they were bedded. We did do that. We found where they were bedded, but 4 of them got up and went over the hill, and the chase was on.
Went up into the forest and we found this pig, and it looked pretty good. And he ran off, another one ran off. We had another chance at the other one. I couldn't get the shot I wanted. So we came down by the water hole and they made a big circle and they're headed back.
And the chase was on. 3/4 of a mile later, we saw them going into a little piece of brush, and we snuck around 3/4 of a mile downwind with the sun in my eyes. We kept a hill between us and the hogs and got within 30 yards. Augustine was having trouble seeing the hog in the camera, but I had the shot and I took it. The hog ran off, the shot was a little bit high, and here we go again. An all-day job. Finally we got the hog just after dark.